I got the car completely together again for like the third time, but these headers still make a leaking noise, and it's an issue that I know is pretty popular with the CX Racing headers for this car. So I'm gonna try one more time to just seal them up. I'm gonna use a lot more RTV than I'm already using in there. And it doesn't, it's not even that crazy of a leak. It might not even be a leak, it might just be the sound of the headers. But I want to try one more time just because, I don't know, if I don't, I'll go crazy. So I'm gonna just start it up so you can hear it at least. Spool sounds crazy. I mean, you can't really hear it, but it's so small. It's such a small little like leak somewhere that it's pissing me off. So I'm gonna try one more time, like I said, and just kind of go from there. When I tell you I can take this shit apart within half an hour, at this point I can do it. So I pulled the headers off again and I resealed them a lot more. So now I have red RTV, a gasket with copper gasket on it, and RTV on top of it on both sides. So I don't see why the fuck this should leak at all at this point. If there's any leaks now, it'll be this or this, and I'm gonna redo this shit too. I'm not fucking playing. I just want this thing to not have any leaks. I already contacted CX Racing just to see what they'd say about this, just because it's such a pain in the ass that I can't see anyone really working with this shit and being happy about it, you know? So yeah, I think this plug, I'm gonna take this plug out and do something else, so that might be an issue too. I don't know, we'll see. I can change that once I'm in there though. So yeah, and if you run these, I think there's a separate way that they want you to use your return line. I put mine that comes from the pan right up through here and hits the turbo. I heat wrap this so it wouldn't bake my freaking return line, even though I have a heat hose around it. So yeah, think about that if you want these headers. Like I said, I don't recommend these headers at all. This is the third or fourth time I've done this and it's still having issues. And look at all that RTV, like shouldn't be that serious. I think down the road, if I don't swap the car with something else, I will probably get an MAP performance header or JDL, kind of go that route just so I can have less headaches later. That's really it for now. So I'm gonna stick this back on in a minute once that hardens up a little bit, just so it doesn't move as easily as it does right now, and so I don't fuck it up. And that's really it. So I put it all back together again, and I still have that little weird, it's like a little exhaust leak somewhere. It's super minimal, but it's still something that I wanted to figure out. I resealed the header completely, sanded down the flanges. I did everything I could for the header in my power to make sure it's not leaking. So I don't think it's the header at this point anymore. I torqued down everything. What I do think is when I made this downpipe, I didn't sit this flush and that bottom V-band flush. I kind of like mocked it up and then did a quick weld, and I kind of have to force it on, and I think that because I'm forcing it, I have a space somewhere in here or the bottom that's causing the little exhaust leak that I hear. And I don't think it's honestly serious. Car actually drives pretty good as it is, but I'm honestly gonna just take this downpipe off, chop it in the middle, make sure this is flat and connected, well with no leaks, make sure the bottom's connected well with no leaks, and then work my way in the middle and try to weld it so there's no force on it at all. There's force when I put this on, and I think that's what's causing the leak. Other than that, I extended the MAF wires. I did these like little solder things and made sure it was long enough, because if you put the MAF up here, it won't read right. But if the MAF is here straight, right at 12 o'clock. It'll read right, so I'm doing a lot better with that. Other than that, she's good. She's good. So I'm going to, I already sent my first log to James, my tuner, and I ordered some intercooler piping, a universal kit, so I can clean that up and get my bumper to fit. Geez, what did I mounted this with a fucking like metal ruler. I found a metal ruler and I just kind of made it work, and it's perfect. It works perfect. So yeah, once I get my, you know, revisions back, I'll start doing some driving videos of it. How you doing, man? I'll do some driving videos, get how it sounds, hit boost and all that good shit, and you know, show off how the turbo sounds. I love how this turbo sounds, so I don't really regret it at all. It's just been a little pain in the ass, but it is cool. It's a cool setup. Like, you know, with these cars, nothing's ever going to be 100% unless you put stupid money into it, and I'm just not that guy. I make it work with what I have. Final thoughts. I'm kind of thinking already I want to swap the car. I did want to do a built engine on this, but I think I want to swap it just for fun, and because it'll be something completely, you know, different out here. People don't really swap these cars out here at all. People don't really do these cars out here at all unless it's like a stance build or some like show shit. I don't really care for show shit. I am thinking right now, I've been looking into the K swaps. I've been looking into 1 JZ swaps, 2 JZ swaps, and that's really it. Those are the only 3 that I could really stomach doing because I have minimal knowledge on them, and I feel like I could figure it out, you know, with the wire harness, the right transmission, just kind of making it work. So, you know, stay tuned for that. I'm going to enjoy this for what it is right now. It's still a stock engine that came with the car. I'm going to have James tune it, like I said, enjoy it, just kind of try to iron out, you know, the little exhaust issue I have, which isn't even really that big of an issue. And, you know, once this blows, I'm going to start looking into different options for engines. I really like the car. I'd like to, you know, kind of keep it going. All right, so yeah, once I get this second log back and I start, you know, doing pulls and shit, I will start recording again. So I'll catch you guys in a couple days. I just wanted to close out with at least a sound clip of the turbo.